Hey people, it's DLF. This video is going to be a rant about a former friend of mine. Gravy, come here. Come here, I got a towel for you. Jump up on the towel and look cute for this video. Come here, Gravy. Anyway, this video is about a former friend of mine. We call him Bologna Arm because he has these big arms. He has these big arms and like he has like flab under his arms. They look like pieces of bologna hanging off his armpits. His real name is Chris Lococo. You might have heard that name from somewhere because his cousin is pretty famous. Lococo, he used to drum for the Buffalo metal band back in the 80s called Leviathan. That was actually the band that Chris Barnes was in from Cannibal Corpse. But anyway, Ange is pretty cool, you know, I don't really mind him, but Chris, you know, I met Chris like at a group home. We used to live in a group home together. Back in like, I don't know, 2004 maybe? I don't know, but we used to live in this group home and we were like roommates in this group home, you know, he's like, we're both weird, you know, who cares, you know, fuck that, you know. We're both weird, you know. We were like, you know, we'd go out to the buffets together and all that shit. And we'd have a pretty good time. Back in the day though, he used to smoke a lot of weed and that kind of annoyed me because it was just all the time, you know. But, you know, we didn't talk. Well, after he left the group home, we didn't really talk for a while. And then I found out, well, he, like about a year or so later, he contacted me again. We started hanging out pretty regularly. He quit smoking weed, all that other shit. And he became a pretty cool guy, you know. We used to sit there and play video games, fucking watch movies, play video games, and like make fun of it all the time. Like playing like Alan Wake for the Xbox 360. You know, watch out for the fucking dreidel. Get the chicken. Get the chicken. And oh man. So anytime he would say something like that, I would laugh, and it was funny, you know. It was like stupid funny, you know. Get the chicken, get the chicken. Watch out for the dreidel, because there was like this thing that you had to get around at Alan Wake, where it was like one of those, I don't know what you call it. It was like a big spindle thing, but people use them now for like tables, and he kept calling it a dreidel. I don't know. But he kept saying, get the chicken when we were playing Silent Hill. Which one was it? Silent Hill Homecoming, I think it was. He kept saying, get the chicken, because it was some kind of power-up or something, or some kind of health drink or some shit. He kept saying, get the chicken or something. But anyway, you know, hanging out with him was pretty cool. But it seemed like after he met his girlfriend, that's when it started going downhill. I don't talk to Chris anymore. I kind of do miss him, but you know, I miss him, but I don't miss the girlfriend. Let me just say that. And he thinks that I was being a bad friend to him. Let me get something straight here. It wasn't that I was a bad friend to him. You know, I thought I was an excellent friend to him. Just that I did not like his girlfriend. Because I thought she was like controlling and possessive and all that other shit. And I kept trying to tell him, I'm like, listen, this is what's going on. You know, there's a reason that she doesn't want, there's a reason that she gets pissed off when you go someplace which is me and you. It's because you're not including her. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, I should be able to go out with my friends and not have to worry about some psycho bitch, you know, calling him up every 10 minutes. Where are you? Where are you? What's in the fridge? Where are you? What are you eating? Blah, blah, blah. You know? I bet you if he did that with her, she'd probably leave his ass. But, you know, let's get on track here. I couldn't even stand his girlfriend, so I would just try to insult her, like, whenever I seen her, and that just pissed him off. I said, dude, listen, she's no good, and of course, when I'm trying to explain this to him, he's thinking that I'm being jealous and everything. No, I'm not being jealous. I'm just, you know, I don't even care. I'm glad he had a girlfriend, but, you know, I don't like that girlfriend, you know. There's nothing wrong with me saying that, you know. You know, I don't have to accept her just to be able to hang out with him. That's what I'm trying to say. But she would sit there and, well, let me get some stuff out. She made him put a password on his fucking on his own fucking computer, okay? You know, like one of those login passwords, like when you turn on the computer it says login, and then you type in a password. And I'm gonna say the password because I don't even fucking care, because, you know, it wasn't even like a password to protect anything. It was a password. Well, here's the password, okay? The password was I love Ash. And the reason she put that on there was so that she didn't want him looking at porn. But she knew she couldn't stop him looking at porn. So what she did was she put a password on his own computer, and, you know, every time he had to go on the computer, he would have to type I love Ash. So that every single time he wanted to go jerk off to some porno, he would have to, you know, put that in, I love Ash, every single time, to make him remember that he has a girlfriend. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with that, you know? And then he gets all fucking pussy out. Before he met this bitch, he was a cool guy. He would, you know, joke around. Now, after he met her, everything is just like, everything started to be like, oh, everything you say is some kind of hidden meaning to it. You know, I seen him driving around the one time, and I texted him, I'm like, where are you going? LOL. And he's like, he calls me up like an hour later or something. He's like, what do you mean by that? And I said, I just seen you driving around. He's like, no, what do you mean by the LOL part? What does that mean? Why are you LOLing me? I'm like, chill out. No, what's the LOL mean? What, you think I'm going out to eat? I don't know. Everything I say is he takes as some, like, you know, hidden message that I'm throwing in there. And it was ridiculous. I couldn't even stand it anymore. But then there were times where I was kind of a jerk too. I mean, it wasn't really me being a jerk. There was times where he wanted me to hang out with him when his girlfriend was at work. we would just hang out at his house and just watch stupid movies all day. But like, the thing is that, you know, there'll be times where I'm like really tired, and you know, even though I say I'll be right there or something, you know, sometimes I just don't feel like getting off the couch, like sometimes, and I don't know. He would get pissed off because I wasn't jumping quick enough or something, but really it was because I just didn't feel like getting off the couch. Like I'm just like I'd be either like tired or something, you know. I'd be either like tired and I just want to like lay down, or like sometimes like I'd be playing a video game and I'll just be like into that video game and I'm just like, dude, I'll be over in a little bit. And he get all fucking pissed off because I couldn't be there that minute or something. But, you know, so just sometimes I just want to be, you know, alone. And it wasn't because I was mad at him. It's just because, you know, I just wanted to be with myself. I don't know. But anyway, the shit with his girlfriend got so bad that, like, I ended up, like, I called up his, housing people, and I said, listen, he's having his girl over rent free, and you know, I think that's kind of fraud. And you know, I admit it was a huge dick move on my part, but really I did not like that girlfriend, so I thought it would, like, you know, I just wanted my friend back, I guess, you know. And I felt bad about it after I did it, so I told him about it. But I don't know. But the girlfriend is possessive and she's controlling. That's all I have to say. Like, again, she had this job that he had for, like, I don't know, 2 weeks or something. And he liked the job, I guess, but, you know, she made him quit his job so that they can all go to so that him and her can go to Las Vegas for a week. She made him quit his job for that. And from what I heard, when they got to Vegas, they didn't even do anything Vegas related. All they did was fucking swim and eat at the buffet every single fucking day. You know, if I was in Vegas, I'd go see a show or something, or I'd go see something, or I'd go gamble or something. Fuck. I don't know, but you know, I'm not gonna go to the other end of the country just to go eat, okay? And I certainly would not fucking quit my job to do so. And then I was like, dude, you're quitting your job to go to fucking Vegas for a week. He's like, oh, well, we already paid for the trip, so we're not going to lose it or something. And I'm like, well, first of all, let me get this analogy out of the way. His brother is a huge drug addict, okay? Just anything you could think of, he's probably done. I don't think he was like doing any specific drugs, but it was whatever whatever was available. You know, he'd be, you know, like one day he'd be doing heroin, then the other day he'd be doing crack or something. But you know, that's just like him, you know, spending, I don't know, let's say about $500 in a drug deal, okay, and getting caught like right after that. They throw him in jail, and he goes to court the next day or whatever, and he gets up there and he says, but Your Honor, I can't go to jail right now. I just spent $500 on drugs, and I'm not losing that $500. That's how it sounds like to me when they said, oh, I just spent all this money on a trip to Vegas, and I'm not losing that trip. you can't fire me because I don't want to lose all that money that I paid for the trip. Just like I could picture someone saying, he can't put me in jail because I'm going to lose that $500 that I just bought on drugs. So if you want to arrest me, why don't you wait till after I did the $500 worth of drugs? That kind of pissed me off because not only did they go to Vegas, not only did he quit his job to go to Vegas, but they didn't even do anything Vegas related. They walked up and down the Vegas Strip for a week and did really nothing. Eat at the fucking buffet for a fucking week. Shit, you could have just stayed here and fucking did that shit. You know, so you go swimming in the fucking pool at the hotel. You could go swimming anywhere in fucking Buffalo. You could go to a fucking buffet anywhere in fucking Buffalo. But the point is that, you know, I just don't like how she makes him do shit. That, you know. Yeah, but anyway, she checks up on him like 10 times a day. 10 times a day. If he were to do that to her, you know, he'd probably be arrested. He'd probably be like harassing her or something. But, you know, calls him up, he's like, what'd you eat today? What the fuck did you eat today? That's what she called him to say. Ugh. And then he said, it's always pathetic to hear him ask for permission to do shit. Hey Ash, can I go to the movies with Mike? Hey Ash, can I go get some Chinese food with Mike? It was fucking pathetic to see my friend that would sit there and make dick jokes all day reduced to something like, please honey, let me go to the Chinese buffet. Kind of sickened me. Because he was one of those guys that, you know, you could have a fun time with. He was like, he would have our own language, like, yo, dick butt, get over here, you know? What's up there, fucking tit cheese ass or something? Hey Mike, you wanna go play cat tit bingo with me? You know, shit like that, you know? Whatever that means, I don't know. But we would just say like this stupid random shit and it was funny. You know, it was like, you know, we're gonna be like Katie and get the bar ass hot dogs or some shit, you know? But it almost seemed like it was almost like she took that part out of him and replaced it with something mediocre and shitty. And it was just depressing being around those two. Especially when she was around. And nowadays, I don't know what the fuck they do. That's the other thing too. I tried to call him, I don't know, maybe about a year ago. And I was trying to ask him, are you still dating Ash? And this is the answer he gets. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris, are you still dating Ash? What is this? Hey, Chris, are you still dating Ash? I don't know. What the fuck kind of answer is that? I don't know. Are you dating her? I don't know. Do you still live at that apartment over there? I don't know. What's that I don't know shit? And then he gets all pissed off when I'm not 100% honest with him, you know? You know, when I say something like, when I'm like, you know, I'll be there in a few minutes and it takes like an hour because like I just, don't have any motivation. I'm being dishonest toward him or something. But of course, he can just straight up say, I don't know. I don't know if I'm dating Ash. I don't know if I'm living in that apartment anymore. I don't know this. That's not being honest. And this is coming from a guy that says he values honesty. I guess he doesn't. I guess it only happens when... I guess he only values it when it's my honesty. Doesn't mean that he has to be 100% honest. But no, I guess it's because he didn't want me knowing. It was pretty fucked up, you know? I don't know. So he just wouldn't give me an answer. But then there'd be other times where, like, I caught him, what do you call it? I caught him unblocking me on Facebook, and then he just tried to play it off. Oh, it was a glitch. It was a glitch. The glitch on Facebook unblocked me or some shit, you know? Like, I believe it. Why can't you just be 100% honest and say, Mike, I'm just sitting here, I'm looking at your fucking statuses. Can't be 100% honest. But, you know, he finds a couple pictures on my computer, and, you know, he's sitting there asking me, it wasn't even pictures of his girlfriend, it was like pictures of, like, just a bunch of girls. This was like a torrent file that I downloaded a bunch of Facebook pictures or something. But he's like, are you jerking off to my girlfriend? What the fuck, Chris? This was back when I was dating Amy, too. I was like, he's like, are you jerking off to my girlfriend? Don't make me find out. I'm like, Chris, are you jerking off to Amy? He gets all fucking pissed off because I asked him that. And I'm like, he's like, how dare you accuse me? How dare you accuse me of fucking jerking off to your fat tub of lard fucking whale girlfriend? Sorry. Well, she's hot. No, she's not. Okay? Well, she's better looking than Amy. Not really. Okay? Ooh. You know, are you jerking off to Amy? No. Okay then, let's keep it at that. Gets all fucking pissed off because I asked him if he was jerking off to my girlfriend. It was stupid, you know. What the hell's going on here? Oh, it's still going. I thought it stopped. Okay. Yeah, so he's just going on and on. Like, how dare you accuse me of jerking off to Amy? I'm like, no. No, because you asked me if I was jerking off to your girlfriend. You know. What the fuck else? You know. Yeah, so, you know, he can't even go to the movies. He can't even go to the movies and see something gender appropriate. Everything he goes to see is with her, and everything that they go see is now shit like Dear John or The Notebook. What the fuck, man? I told him, I was like, listen, if you want to go to the movies, just me and you, we're gonna go see something cool, okay? My girlfriend wouldn't appreciate that. You know, fuck her for a second, you know? This isn't about her. You know, I'm offering to take you to go see something cool. You're turning it down because my girlfriend won't let me. It's such pathetic whining from him about my girlfriend won't let me. She'll get mad because we're not including her. She's at fucking work. Of course we're not going to include her because she's supposed to be at fucking work. And that's the other thing too. I was trying to get up for a while before that whole job that he quit after 2 weeks. Before that, I was trying to get him a job. So I was showing him all kinds of Craigslist ads, okay, for like jobs and shit. He's like, I don't want that job. I'm like, what's wrong with this job? It's a night job. I'd rather work during the day. I'm like, well, okay, why is that like such a huge deal? Because I can understand people not wanting to work overnights or something. But he was making such a big deal out of this. I was like, okay, why don't you want to do this? And he wouldn't even give me like a fucking straight answer over it. But oh, I can tell what he was thinking. It was because his girlfriend works during the days, and he doesn't want to get a night job because, you know, he doesn't want to. He won't be home for when she gets home. Yeah, okay. So he'd rather have a job where it doesn't really matter, you know, the hours, because she'll be working during that time anyway. So he'd rather just get like a day job or something so that he can be home for when his girlfriend gets home. Ooh. You know, it was ridiculous. It was complete and utter bullshit with him, you know? With him and her, it was just... It actually made me sick to my fucking stomach. Just watching this bitch leech off of him and not being able to do anything about it. You know, it was so sickening to watch this happen to my best friend. You know, to sit down and watch, you know, he was trying to like get healthy and shit by going to the gym, and she would get all fucking pissed off. She'd be like, oh, let's instead of going to exercise at the gym, let's go exercise our mouths at the fucking buffet or something. But, you know, I like to eat too, so I can't really judge anyone on that. But, you know, he's trying to get fit, he's trying to get healthy and shit, but, you know, she comes along and says, well, let's go to fucking Dairy Queen. Let me tell you about this one. The one time we were trying to get to the Zhang's buffet. It's near the Galleria Mall. So, okay, we start heading toward there, but she had to stop at fucking Burger King at Hurdle and Delaware and they both got triple Whoppers each and large fries. Okay, so they powered down those in record time on the way to the buffet. So we get to the buffet, they have 5 plates each with dessert. And then they get out of there, and the fat bitch drives by a Dairy Queen. So we had to stop at fucking Dairy Queen, and she got like some weird ass fucking ice cream shit. So after that, we get back to his place, and they're still eating. They're eating a fucking gallon of ice cream that they had at their house. I mean, okay, I like to eat, but I think that, you know, the buffet in itself would have been sufficient enough. Okay, I didn't need a Burger King and then buffet and ice cream and fucking Dairy Queen and fucking this big fucking bathtub of ice cream on top of it. And then they say that I eat too much, you know. I can eat, but I'm not gonna start and eat, you know, all that. I put like the most I'd probably eat was probably the 5 plates at the buffet, and then I'd probably be done for the day, you know. But you know, it was ridiculous. It was like, we always had this thing too where we would get out of a restaurant. If it was just me and him, like going, we'd have this thing where like if let's say we go into a Chinese buffet, you know, we'd walk out of there. He'd take like a bunch of like soy sauce and duck sauce and shit, like the little packets and shit, and he'd take a bunch of those. And he just started, we'd have like a food fight in the parking lot. It was funny. I think he like threw like oranges at me or something the one time, like you know, sliced oranges, not like a whole orange, but you know, I think he like threw some rice at me. Or it was fucking funny. And that's the kind of friend that I liked in him. But after she came along, you know, we tried that shit when it was me, him, and her the one time. We went to Polish Villa or some shit, and he took like a bunch of like we both took like a bunch of the coffee creamers, like the little things in the cups. We took a bunch of those and started whipping them at each other, and she got all fucking pissed off. She got all fucking pissed off. I'm like, no. And then he got pissed off. He's like, why did you do that? I'm like, dude, you know, ridiculous. This is what I have to give. It's like being in fucking romper room with these two. You know, it's all the baby bullshit, you know? Like whining when something doesn't go her way, you know? Oh, boo-hoo. I didn't get a Gucci bag for Christmas. Boo-hoo. Chris, why didn't you buy me the iPad 5 or whatever? Boo-hoo. You know, it was ridiculous. It was just non-stop bullshit. I did not want to see my friend reduced to that. You know, I didn't want to see him go through all that. It was, you know, we had to sit there and watch fucking all kinds of bullshit too. What was the one? American Idol. What the fuck? Like, if he wasn't dating her, he'd probably never be watching that show. America's Got Talent. Why the fuck do they have to watch that? Oh, Jersey Shore. Why the fuck is he watching that? You know, just because she's watching it, you know? If they never met, you know, they wouldn't be... Well, let me get this straight. If they never met, we would still be hanging out, telling dick jokes to each other, you know, and laughing at fucking dreidels and fucking chicken. But, and I'm sure it all sounds stupid when you think about it, but we actually had a good time doing it, and it was. You know? The fuck? You know, I tried to be nice to her. I tried to give her a chance, but it was just over and over and over again. And then the whole thing where she didn't want him watching porno on his own fucking computer. So she puts a password on it. So we would have to type I love Ash every single time you get on that computer. You're to type that, I love Ash. So that he knows that he loves Ash. So that he knows that when he's looking at that porno, you know, that he loves Ash. You know, ooh. Why the fuck would you do that to someone? I'm sure he doesn't have a fucking password on her fucking dildo box that says, I love Chris, that she has to type in every single time she wants to play with her fucking green fucking ET fucking dildo every single time. You know, that would be abuse though, you know. Yeah, he'd be abusing her if he did that. That would be abuse. Why is there a password on my Glock, my dildo box? What's the password? I love Chris. You have to go type that in every time you want your dildo out of your box. You know, that's you know, that is pathetic. You have to sit there and you know, if I had a girlfriend and she pulled that, you know, oh, I'm going to change your password, I love whoever. Every time you go on that computer, and you want to look at porn, you have to type my name to get on that computer. So that you know that every time you type that name, you're thinking about that you're going on to that porno. If that happened to me, I'd be like, get the fuck out. You know, get the fuck out of my house. You know, you don't fucking pay rent here. You don't fucking play with the computer. You know, you don't fucking change the settings on the computer because you don't like what I'm looking at on my own computer, you know. It wasn't like he was cheating. He was just looking at fucking porno, you know. Some chicks consider that cheating now. But it's fucking stupid. And my crime, my only crime, pretty much, I just wanted my old friend back, and that was it. So I tried to get rid of her. I tried to tell his housing people that, you know, she was living there rent-free. She wasn't paying any rent, and she had a better job than most people out there have today. She had a better job. She's fucking rich, and she's living with Chris, who has no job, and she's making him pay the rent for her, which is ridiculous. But you know, just talking about it makes me upset, and I'm just gonna turn this off right now. I mean, I hope Bologna Arm, Chris Lococo, I hope everyone gets to fucking see this video. And it's not like I hate him, it's just, you know, I just want my old friend back, and that was it. But of course, that makes me the bad guy. So, I'm turning this off because it upsets me.